Good, y'all. It's your boy Jay back at it again. Today we got the Lacari situation. Just got even worse by my dog Maury. Y'all know what the deal is, man. Follow me on both Jays here and Jays there. Get tapped on my socials. So without further ado, we just gonna get right into it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, big news. The man himself, Lacari DP, just responded to the allegations. And in a long-winded tweet on Twitter, he said, "During my last stream, I opened a notepad which revealed a link. The list in the link included titles that suggested minor illicit material, abuse material further down. I have never consumed this type of content, nor do I think it's acceptable." Well, Lacari, based off of everything we saw, the optics aren't looking...
That's not good, bro. Because you had it downloaded. This nigga had allegedly CP and animals on his computer doing that type of shit. It's like, you don't accidentally browse a website and get that shit. Like, you have to actively search for that shit. And it's even worse because the nigga had it downloaded on his hard drive. So it's like, you know that that shit was not an accident.
Too good. The way you tried to defend the situation, you stayed on for an hour.
And he handled the situation terribly. Like, the best thing he could have done in that situation once this nigga was caught was to turn the stream off. Turn the stream off. Da-da-da-da. Try to think of a response. Da-da-da-da-da. That. But this nigga dug himself into, like, the deep... Because his grave was already laid the moment that shit was on the stream. But the fact that this nigga tried to defend itself and it made it seem worse because he was coming with all these excuses like, well, the laptop I was on this website, da-da-da-da. Like, he made it so much worse for himself.
I mean, good God, brother. The amount of links that alluded to terabytes of this type of material was baffling.
Like,
but he goes on.
You don't need terabytes of anything. Like, if you have 3 terabytes of anything, whether it's just anime, video games, movies, like, you in too deep, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm gonna say, I decided to keep streaming in an effort to downplay the severity of the situation, which was deceptive. This was a mistake that I deeply regret and apologize for. The link gave access to abusive material for anyone to see. This is serious and harmful. You think, Lacari? You think? I recognize that trivializing abusive material on stream is not okay and can lead to real harm. It's my responsibility to provide a safe space for my community and peers in which I failed to do. Well, buddy's over here clearly trying to clean up his image, or what's left of it. I mean, after the fact of everything he just did, it's kind of hard to clean up the public relations disaster he created for himself while streaming on live. He also said, I am taking real steps to change my ways. So does that mean not consuming any more lolly or hentai content, Lacari? He said, I've admitted myself into a addiction recovery program that will last 30 days.
That's something deeper than just porn addiction, bro. Like, that's like, you're sick. Something in your mind has to be messed up for you to download. Like, I don't understand how dudes look at that type of content and get erect to that shit. Like, I don't understand how you look at that shit and you feel anything other than disgust and shame and shit. Like, nah, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, 30 days he's gonna be in a recovery program for addicts. This is news to me. Are you really telling me that they have AA for gooners out here? Like, what does this look like? A bunch of grown men and women sitting around in a circle holding hands talking about their gooner addictions? Like, I get it, I guess. It's entirely possible for this to be a thing, but if I were there, I would not want to be touching anybody's hands, given the fact that we're all, you know what, I'm not gonna go there. But hey man, if there are programs out there to help gooners get over their addiction, then, you know, more power to him. More power to him. He also says, during this time, I'll be able to work out there while also receiving professional therapy and treatment for my addiction. It's just funny. A whole building, maybe partially, dedicated to people with gooner addictions. How do you get so down bad to the point to where you can't stop gooning? Additionally, he said, browsing hentai and corn websites.
The worst thing is I've heard allegedly that this nigga has a girlfriend. So it's like, you had a lady in the house. You had money, you had clout. You had all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? You had motion, right? And it's like, my nigga, you had a girl and you could have, you know what I'm saying, if you were pent up, you could have just, you know what I'm saying, done stuff with your woman, but you chose to go on a website like that. Like, if you, my nigga, like, if you're into that animated, you know, that hentai shit, you gotta go, bro. Like, I want you to leave my channel. and lock the fuck in and like quit that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause that shit. It's a dark, my nigga. It's a terrible path to go on, bro. And the worst part is like niggas like this, like Lacari, give streamers and YouTubers and anime fans a bad rap. They give y'all a bad rap because of what they say and how they move.
As an escape has been a serious problem for as long as I can remember. This treatment will come with an indefinite hiatus to my live streams to allow myself to focus on recovery, so I can hopefully contribute to a net positive society. Then the comments below. Top comment says, from someone by the name of JSTLK, shout out to you. He says, but you still haven't explained why you had 2 tabs opened in your notepad that could be CSAM.
What the fuck is CSA? Like, I don't understand these abbreviations. I ain't gonna lie. If you know what this is off rip, I'm gonna look at you sideways, bro. Like, I don't even know what this shit could be. And if you know what JBT was, because I didn't know what the fuck that was. Like, I would have saw that on stream and been like, what is this? What's the problem? Because I would be ignorant, right? But it's like, I didn't even know what this was until I watched the videos about the Lacari situation, to be real with y'all.
The second tab is at least as concerning as the first and obviously points to you intentionally searching for JB. Explain the second tab or f off, dude, with a screenshot of the screenshot we all saw in my last video, or the video 2 videos ago. And yeah, 500, what is this, gigabytes of JBT. I mean, how do you even explain that? Like, I just, brother in Christ, how do you even, the world's best lawyer attorney could not get you out of this hole? Like, it would legitimately take genie, jinn, god levels of power to be able to defend yourself in this situation. You would need like some Einstein, Jimmy Neutron levels of IQ to be able to create a case for yourself that can eloquently explain away a notepad with a tab of 500 potential gigabytes of minor content. Like, it just, I don't see a way out. You're done, buddy. People in the comments are posting this too. Who is this? E-Rob with
What the hell is this?
some other fellas oiled up, slicked down. I don't know the context of this. Another person said, it's just a minor mistake, bro. Too early, man, too early. Another person said, it's okay, LAC. We forgive you. Who the fuck is we? Someone else said, mine easy. You are
Yeah, there's no, like, you're a weirdo, bro. Yeah, like, cause you intentionally search for jailbait. And the worst part is these nigga did this shit. This milk dud head ass nigga did this shit on a computer where he streamed. And he's a big name streamer. It's not like this nigga has 2 viewers, so nobody was gonna know about this and it was just gonna go under the radar. Like, you are a big name streamer and you're moving like this. Like, you gotta understand that you are in a position where everything you say and or do could jeopardize your career. Like, cause like, nigga, it can take, you could spend 10 years grinding, putting in work, uploading consistently, streaming for hours a day, you putting in work, you locked in on this YouTube shit. And within the span of like one stream, right, within a couple seconds, your whole reputation is fucked. Cause you couldn't control yourself, right? Like, that's what happens when niggas' mentals is fucked up. They start slipping, bro. They start going into weird, down bad, disgusting, treacherous paths and all that, bro.
Post, just give it up. There's no path forward from that. Another person said, corn addiction recovery program. My brother in Christ, don't bring the gooners into this because you are a PDF or file. I'm also seeing a little bit of extra context here from a person by the name of Irrational Chad on Twitter. He says, one thing people missed as the main clip circulated was heavily censored. Lacari had the link highlighted when he opened Notepad. This would suggest he copied the text to paste into a web browser, which really goes against the idea the file opened without his knowledge. And in the screenshot, you can see it says Lacario's original Notepad with the link fully blocked out with green. And then another thing says the Notepad opens with the link text highlighted, meaning that Lacari did not merely open the text file, but that he copied the link inside. So pretty much Windows 11 here pretty much buffed. him. He pretty much has no way out aside from potentially using the AI excuse. I mean, pretty sure that that is going to be a thing a lot of people are going to use to defend themselves with by literally saying everything is AI. I would have, you know, if I were him, I would have said, yo, it was AI. This is not what you think it is. I was hacked. This is AI. Immediately would have sold my best friend out, my cousin. Probably would have said, I let him borrow my PC one day, and then just like, I don't know, bro. All I know is that I would not continue the stream for another hour after being caught so blatantly like this.
Like,
but again, ladies,
continue to stream. You don't have, after being caught like that, your lies and your ability to defend yourself is gonna be so ass. Because you caught off guard, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know why I'm so casual about this, is because it doesn't come as a shock to me. Literally, how many times has someone been into loli or hentai content with little girl animated faces in them, and then they get exposed for some crazy shit? Like, this is
also, like, streamer, the community this nigga's a part of is constantly embroiled in some wild shit, right? You know, like, this streamer said this streamer did that, this streamer wilding out. That are like, it's the niggas he hang around. Right, because we know he's friends with Asmongold, and Asmongold says, from what I've heard, some wild, crazy shit. So it's not insane that someone he's buddy with is doing the same shit. Like, birds flock together, my nigga.
It's happened so many times over the last like 10 years on YouTube. This is just par for the course. This is not shocking or I mean, it may be to people who are viewers, but to me, I've seen it like this is literally a seasonal occurrence. Nobody right now who's a content creator, not even his own friends, are shocked. So apologies to anyone offended by my lack of shock to this situation. But ladies and
you, just you, building your app.
That nigga shit is wild, bro. No bullshit.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, to take a little deviation, a little segue away from the main timeline, I just got a big update regarding this Lacari situation, specifically coming from his girlfriend, Kyuko, I think. This post, this guy named Doomed Scroller on Twitter says, at Lacari's ex-girlfriend, Kyuko stated that she previously had asked to search his folders over allegations. So apparently allegations like this are nothing new for him. She was unable to find any illicit materials and refrained from delving any further during their time together. With a screenshot here from Kyuko, posted literally a day ago, saying, Lacari and I broke up over 1.5 years ago. When we dated, I'd asked him to see his censor.
Like, my nigga, if you have a folder for adult content, regardless of what that shit is, you're in too deep, bro. You need to go on NoFap, semen retention. You need to go outside, start exercising. You need to start planning out your day so you're not bored and start doing that, bro. Because it's like, you gotta consider how much time and energy you waste in doing that shit and the mental toll it takes on you. Cause you can't build in the light what you're hiding in the darkness, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you can't be whacking off, doing all this, looking at this wild shit and da-da-da and feel perfectly fine when you're around people. Like, it's going to show. Like, if you're doing weird shit behind the scenes, it's going to show in the way you look, the way you act, the way you carry yourself, your energy. Because people are perceptive on shit like that, bro, whether it's consciously or subconsciously.
Prawn folder because I heard allegations. I did my due diligence when I suspected something was amiss, and when I couldn't find anything crazy, I stopped searching. And when I couldn't find anything crazy, I stopped suspecting. Clearly, I was wrong. She also said, the worst I saw was NTR hentai. I don't know what that is, man. Any hentai consumers out there, explain what NTR is. But she also said, but now I know he could have hid the worst of it. I don't know why people keep associating me with him when he has a new girlfriend, and I'm getting rage baited into a response. Additionally, Lacari's current girlfriend at Tuppy on Twitter recently streamed to discuss the situation. She stated,
this nigga was, it's like, Twitch need to start banning niggas indefinitely, bro. Like, this nigga got banned for 7 days. That's only a week. This nigga got banned for only a week after having this shit. Like, that nigga need to be banned for at least 3 years, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
That he has only been suspended for
off the platform. What are we doing?
7 days on Twitch. She also said that she had received harassment. Guys, don't do that. Referring to her as a PDFer apologist. And lastly, friends and peers have distanced themselves from them.
I will continue doing what I normally do. I know Lacari is banned off of Twitch and Kick. I'm very aware of that. I know his Kick ban is...
What the fuck do you gotta do to get banned on Kick, my nigga? Like, what? Like, you know the nigga's guilty because he's getting banned on Kick, bro.
Permanent.
Them boys let anything slide.
And his Twitch ban is I believe temporary.
Gonna be honest, I'm shocked. This man was banned permanently off of Kick, but temporarily for 7 days off of Twitch. Like, I mean, doesn't Kick host some of the most degenerate, vapid, drug addicted,
Isn't Kick like the fucking Omegle of streaming sites, my nigga?
cloud chasing streamers to ever exist on the internet? I'm shocked. Kick is actually holding him to a higher standard than Twitch actually is. That's crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering like a motherfucker. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this situation? He is now blaming his interest in this particular type of content, although I guess there's a 1%, like a 0.5% possibility that it's not what we all think it is. Like, I don't know. Again, bro, he would have to literally...
Nah, bro, that nigga weirdo, bro. That nigga nasty. All I can tell you is that milk dud head ass boy, that Krillin cut looking at nigga, that ugly ass nigga. It's like, and even off the clips I've watched from this dude throughout this whole situation, the way this nigga act, it's like you could just tell someone's up with the nigga. Like, cause there's always signs with dudes like this. There's always signs, either the way they act, what they say, how they carry themselves. Like, you would just look at the nigga and just tell someone's not right here, bro. But with that being said, shout out more for this video. And like always, it's your boy Jay. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed. It's your boy, and I'm out.